morning and welcome to Village in Motion, and happy St. Patrick's Day to all of our residents and staff. I'd like to begin by introducing our guests. We have Franklin Funes today from sales. Franklin, you are the sales manager.
I am. Thanks for having me.
We're delighted to have you today. You had a big expo yesterday, and my gosh, there looked to be a lot of folks.
Yeah, we had almost 200 people.
Did you?
Arrive to our community, and it's really nice to see that for many reasons. First is to get people in our doors. The community does a great job of selling itself, and so to see folks who are on our priority waiting list, who have a deposit down and get to ask the right questions to different departments, our vendors that we work with, our residents. It was really nice to see. Not only that, but it was really great to see the community come together. All of our departments, sales, catering, dining, general services, engineering, I mean everyone had something to bring to this event, and it really showed.
All right. You only have that once a year, is that correct? Or is it twice a year?
So we have 2 expos a year, but I would say our Spring Home Expo is our biggest one. It's the one that really sets us off for the year. And so the one for this year was yesterday. Happy to say that we have already reserved a few apartments from this event.
How many empty apartments are there right now?
Right now we have 10. 10 apartments, and so I would say starting off this year we've been doing really well. We've on average been able to stay right around that number, and I'm happy to say that we're running at a 99% occupancy. So the community is doing really well.
All right, well that is excellent. One of the things that you and I talked a little bit about before the show is the fact that I have noticed that looking at the newcomer list, that it is almost all couples coming in now, as opposed to what I recall in all the years that I have been here, mostly single people. Now it's mostly couples. Has that changed considerably, or is it my imagination?
No, I would say definitely. Yeah, I think you're seeing a lot more couples coming into our community and learning more about us, which I think is great. It's both of them coming together to learn more about our community, and I would say there's a lot more information out there now. So we're starting to see more and more couples come in sooner.
One of the things, of course, that does is greatly increase the total number of residents here, which puts probably more pressure on dining services, for example, and some of the services, I would think. I mean, because it really could have the potential to literally double a resident number.
Well, I would say that I wouldn't say that that kind of impact is going to be seen, especially right now. I would say that based on the population that's here now compared to the folks that are moving in, I would say when you look at the folks moving in now, yes, you see more couples, but the overall population still favors folks who are single. So, what
is the ratio? Do you have any idea?
I haven't seen it lately, but I would not, I would not hesitate to say it's in the 70 to 30 range percentile in terms of singles in the 70%. So I would say it still favors singles favorably.
Well, certainly the population of folks 70s, 80s, and 90s, far more probably singles than couples. All right. What else have you got to tell us this morning?
Yeah, so we're doing some great things in our department. We're partnering with a lot of our departments, which is what I really like. We just had a planning session with our home office, which they partner with us to create invitations for events coming up. So we're thinking about doing a Black Friday event, just bringing some new energy.
Black Friday?
Yeah, so right after Thanksgiving, normally department stores open up to have special deals and specials, and so we thought, why don't we bring some type of element like that to our community? You come in the day after Thanksgiving, spend a couple hours with us.
Now, are you going to get a big discount?
I don't know about a big discount, but coming in to at least see some of our apartments, I think it's just the overall feel and excitement of that kind of event. So we want to make sure that we keep it fresh, inviting, and exciting for folks to come over and take a look.
Well, the occupancy rate just really never has dipped much, has it?
No.
Certainly never below 95.
No, certainly not.
You were also saying, Franklin, that you are in the process of doing one more combo.
Yeah. Yeah, so in sales, we call them custom 2-bedroom, 2 baths. And so last year, we were successfully able to do 3 of them.
Now, these are a combination of 2 1-bedrooms that they have been combined.
That's right, side by side. And so many of our residents know, because they were a part of it, hearing the noise maybe above or below them. But we really appreciate them giving us a chance to do that, because we've received some very positive feedback from that, which is what has motivated us to continue doing that. So we were able to do 3 last year. We already have all 3. We had all 3 reserved before they were even completed, and we have folks living in them. And so this year we've already identified 1 more. So we're going to be on our 4th, and that should be done later on this year.
What is the story with that? Do you wait until 2 1-bedrooms are simultaneously, that are adjacent to each other, next to each other? Wait until both are vacant?
Yeah,
or do you move somebody out? How does that work?
It depends on the situation. I would say, in my experience with the last 3, there were some that came open around the same time, and so we lucked out in that sense. But there was another one where we had one released, and there was an opportunity where a resident was looking for a change, and so we were able to have them move into one of our other apartments where we were able to combine the 2. So it just depends on the situation. But the one we're working on now, we were lucky that they both came up at the same time.
Yes, and I can imagine that wouldn't happen terribly often.
Not often.
So are you basically, whenever that happens, going to take advantage of it to do this? For this
foreseeable future, I would say so. When you look at the ratio between the 1-bedrooms that we have versus 2-bedrooms, I would say there's a nice opportunity for us to bring that to a little bit closer, especially with the folks that are looking to move to Green Spring. They are looking for some of our bigger apartments, and so we definitely think that this is the right direction to go. So for the foreseeable future, if there's an opportunity, I think we're going to take it.
I know when we had the speaker last year talking about the future of CCRCs, that was certainly one issue that was strongly emphasized, that there's considerably more interest in larger apartments. So this is not surprising that you're probably going to be doing this in the future. All right. Well, anything else you'd like to talk to us about?
Well, I think for me, I can speak on behalf of our team that we really appreciate all of our residents being open and willing and helping us with our expo. I know it's such a big ask to take over a clubhouse for a day. And so to see that residents are very welcoming for the new folks coming in, taking a look around, answering questions, even if they're not part of the event.
Yes.
We thank you so much for that. And so it has always brought us some great results, and it helps us continue keeping Green Spring strong, innovative, and the best part is full of new residents coming in and bringing in their, what they bring to make Green Spring what it is.
Franklin, how many apartments that are occupied are residents opening and showing to potential residents yesterday?
So yesterday we had right around 10 apartments. And so we wanted to make sure we had a great variety of apartments, ranging from one-bedroom apartments to the 2-bedroom, 2 baths, so that folks really got a good idea of what potentially they were looking for. And so what we really like is this also is self-guided. So at our expo, folks can take their time, go look at apartments, get their questions answered, and by the time they're done, they'll come see one of us, and we'll sit down and say, okay, what did you like? What didn't you like? So that we can start creating some preferences, because for our office, we want to make sure that when we reach out to someone, it's meaningful and it's really been thought through. And so the more information that we can gather and understanding what they're looking for, the better it is for us to be able to call them on the apartment that they want.
Sure. Yes, and it's asking a lot of a resident to open his or her apartment, that's no small thing.
It's definitely not. I mean, to open up their doors, it's something that we really do appreciate. If there are residents who are interested in doing something like that, we have positions, different positions, and opening your apartments as well. It's not just that. You know, we are also in need of folks who are willing to be our hall monitors, our hall guides, folks who can answer questions while folks are walking towards an apartment. That's a really critical piece. We are also in need of folks who are greeting, welcoming folks to the community. So there's many things that our residents can do to support us if they really wanted to. So I would say come see Maya Glab in our office, and she would be more than happy to talk to you about what the positions look like and when that could happen.
All right, you just said something that I'm unclear about. It used to be that the welcoming committee was totally resident-driven. Is the welcoming committee now under the sales office?
So the welcoming committee is actually under Resident Life through our Welcome Home program. So we are working through that transition because it actually was part of our department. And so we started this initiative with Resident Life where the actual welcome home piece starts even before they move in. So we actually have formulated some really nice newsletters and informational booklets that while someone's going through the sales process, they will receive either in an email form or in the mail, where it talks about general services, resident life, dining services, the things that we do, the things that residents are able to participate in, so that they're much more informed when they arrive. And then to kind of bring it all together, the welcoming committee will then be part of Resident Life so that when someone arrives, they can kind of bring it all together.
Yeah, it's always been part of Resident Life in terms of being organized by residents with a resident going to the apartment of a newcomer within the first week and bringing them a packet of information. And
well, actually, you'd be surprised. There was actually many programs and many groups that were doing the exact same thing, because sales also had a program where residents were going to their apartments.
Yeah, that's fairly recent.
And so we're kind of pretty much bringing that all together so that it's a one unified front.
Well, that would certainly make sense. Well, Franklin, I see our time is up at this point. Do you have anything any words of wisdom you'd like to leave with us? Well,
I want to say that we're always happy to see our residents smiling and happy that they're here, because we are certainly happy to have them here as well. And so we appreciate the partnership, and I can tell you on behalf of our team, we're going to continue working hard to keep this community the best it possibly can be. So. Well, what a nice attitude.
Thank you so much for coming.